fanaticwrestling.com, guys. Brand new video is out by Coach DARRYL Christian. I have to tell you, if you're an aspiring wrestler or you're an aspiring MMA fighter that wants to learn wrestling, Coach DARRYL Christian, there is nobody else to go to. There is nobody better to go to. These are as plain of words as I know how to speak. If you want to see, and I'll throw myself in there, where I got my takedowns. If you want to learn why TJ Dillashaw can take everybody down in Octagon. If you want to know who George St. Pierre himself turned to for wrestling attacks, for MMA, DARRYL Christian, only at fanaticwrestling.com. Get his DVD right now. Well, I'm out. This will be the last time I talk to you guys about Jake Paul versus Will Fury. And if his name's Flurry, I'm not trying to condescend. I'm not trying to be a jerk like that. I'm just sharing. I'm not comfortable doing the piece. In all fairness, I'm not. I'm not comfortable in building this fight. I'm not comfortable with the back and forth. I'm not comfortable with telling you guys on August 13th, live from Madison Square Garden, you are going to see Jake Paul versus... I don't think he's going to show up. This will be the last time I speak on it. I'm not looking to be a hater towards it. Fury's dealing with whatever he's dealing with, but he has made it crystal clear he doesn't want to do the fight. Let me just share this with you guys. From my perspective, when I woke up today, okay, Jake Paul's very good business for me. When I say Jake Paul's name and I put him in what you guys like to call clickbait, but it's actually called a thumbnail, you guys do come and click, and I don't bait you. I do meaningful pieces on Jake. And when he's got a fight come, I like to bring you along because you like to hear me talk about Jake. I'm not in on this one. There's one thing I don't like in fighting. I didn't like it from the playground. I don't like it to the squared circle, is when one guy doesn't want to be there. It makes my stomach sick. I never liked it. People are pushing a kid out there that just, please let me be anywhere else. I hated that stuff. When I woke up this morning, okay, I was very mindful of what a great job Jake is doing and what a great job Jake continues to do with his marketing. Now, the Jake Paul experiment is going to come to a screeching halt as soon as his numbers don't perform. It's one of those things. So he is not going out of his way. He's booked Madison Square Garden. I believe they're going on Showtime, major partner. He's got the sitting rating champion of the world as his co-main event, which, by the way, last time she was at the Garden, which was only a month ago, it completely sold out. She was the feature match. Put himself above that and has not revealed the opponent. Now, I thought that was a marketing, a back and forth, let's all volley it, who's it going to be? And I knew Wise money was on Fury. I was just light on the idea. Because to have the Mecca, to have a card done, to have a sitting world champion, and then to have the final name come in last, history would show you that the final name is going to be the biggest name of them all. And Mike Tyson just a week ago was on Jimmy Kimmel talking about fighting Jake. And Mike even put a stipulation in there that if he's going to fight him, it has to be this year, which would be a great power move by Mike, who's going to be the B-side, whether he likes that or not. Be a great power move to look as though something here is on his terms. So the conspiracy theorists, I started kind of leaning towards that a little bit. Hey, it could be Mike Tyson. You then have Dana White having come out a number of hours ago and saying, maybe Nate Diaz should go fight Jake Paul. Well, how do you interpret that when Dana says it? I didn't hear what Dana said before. I didn't hear what he said after. This got bitten off and put on a clip. I heard those 4 words come out of his mouth. Was that permission? I'm wondering this. Did Dana just grant permission? Most likely not, but I'm wondering. Is Nate going to be the one that comes in at the 11th hour and is standing across from Paul? The one that I know that it can't be is Fury. And also today, Jake had sent out a tweet to Fury. And he said, Jake wasn't kidding. And I don't know the backstory between these two. I just know in this tweet, 160 characters or less, you could draw a whole lot of accurate information, which was to Fury, you have until tomorrow. I'm done playing this game with you. This is Jake speaking. I've done everything that you asked for. $2 million. There was something else, and he said, and I'll bring you tampons, right? I get that he's joking. He's doing a little bit of trash talk, but he did reveal some other stuff, and he was serious. Hey, we're against the clock here. And Fury's excuse, apparently behind the scenes for not signing the contract, is his father can't be with him. Now, for me, I didn't buy that. And I don't want to get into old man Fury's wheelhouse and whatever the hell he's got going. But I will tell you guys, August 13th, I don't know what I'm doing. There's no way old man Fury is as busy as me, in all fairness. I don't know what I'm doing on August 13th. If I grab my iPhone and I went to the calendar, I'm quite certain it's wide open. That's a long time from now. In terms of planning a social calendar, that's a meaningful amount of time to now. Not to mention if I'm a coach and I got a fighter that's got to go fight, that's what I'm doing. Not to mention if my son is going to main event at Madison Square Garden, that is now what I'm doing. Whatever else I had scheduled is going to wait. We're going to get this $2 million payday for my boy. But apparently, according to this tweet, that was the reason that Fury couldn't come to the table. I don't care what the excuse is. Fury doesn't want to fight Paul, period. Stop right there. And before we all come out and give a hard time to Fury, which seems to be happening, I don't want you to mistake my tone. I'm not of that school of thought. I don't want to give Fury any kind of a hard time. And him not wanting to go to Madison Square Garden for everything that he's dreamed of, to be a main event on Showtime and make millions of dollars, everything he's ever dreamed of, him not wanting to do that just makes him like every other boxer out there. Because there is not one boxer who has attempted to align themselves with Jake Paul. There is not one boxer who has come out publicly and asked for that opportunity. There is not one boxer that said, I'll fight Fury to get the opportunity. There's not one boxer that said, I've already fought Fury and I beat him, I should have the opportunity. There's not one boxer that came out and said, you're going to give him $2 million, I'll do it for $1 million. Anything that anybody would have ever said for any other fight that they ever, this never happened. None of them want to box him. And that's the whole reason I'm not going to cover it. I'm not going to cover it and build to something and promise you, my audience, you're going to see a boxing match. I don't believe you're going to at all. There's no part of me that believes this. So we did this big dangle. We booked the arena. We put the tickets for sale. We put the current world champion who just sold the arena as the co-main event. We put Jake on top of the bill. We had no opponent for him, and now we do. It's the same opponent who didn't show up last time, who didn't train and prepare properly the last time, who didn't even show up to a press conference by himself. He came in via satellite with 2 helpers. And I'm not making fun of him. I'm truly not. He has still done more, and he has still flirted with the idea more than any other boxer. So I don't know why Iron Mike isn't getting it or why he's wasting his breath on it. Apparently that was not permission granted to Nate Diaz. And I officially am done speaking about Fury and Paul.